Hello and welcome to Florida Newsmakers. I'm Michelle Ubben, and today I have the privilege of being with Florida's First Lady, Ann Scott. Mrs. Scott, welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me to be here.
Well, people must wonder what it's like to go from being a private citizen to taking on such a public role. What's that been like for you?
I would say there was a little transition period, and I gradually eased into it. There was a little trepidation at first, but I think I've embraced it and learned to love my role as First Lady.
Well, and every First Lady has a focal point, something that they spend their energies on. And for you, it seems that children have been your passion. What are you most proud of your time as First Lady?
You're right. I decided to focus on children, and that encompasses a few different areas. I've always been passionate about reading, so I decided to focus on reading and literacy and foster children, bringing awareness to all the foster children we have available for adoption within the state, healthy lifestyles for children and families, and support of our military. So just a few things to focus on.
And you recently created a baby journal. What was the inspiration for that?
We decided coming into this that we would like to come up with a baby journal, but I wanted it to focus on a couple of things that I do as First Lady. So we decided to include reading and literacy as well as healthy recipes for its focuses on infants through 5-year-olds. And we did a Florida Art and Fun Sun contest for kids around the state. It includes healthy recipes, suggested reading for infants through age 5. The parents can include all of their children's milestone moments, pictures, immunization records, important numbers to know, all sorts of things, growth chart for boys and girls, and of course, a picture of our first grandchild, August, who is now 2.5, and my daughter, our older daughter as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you, and same to you.
Thank you very much. Well, you also created a beautiful cookbook about Florida cuisine, and the Governor's Mansion kitchen, I guess, was an inspiration for that. Can you tell us a little bit about that project?
Yes, we decided we wanted to come up with a cookbook. I'm actually the third First Lady who has done a cookbook, and the inspiration for it was the Viva Florida celebration, our 500-year celebration. So Christopher Still was the artist for the painting, and it is in our cookbook as well, and we focused on recipes that are served at the Governor's Mansion. We included some healthy recipes, but we also included the miniature portraits of all of the First Ladies that lived in the Governor's Mansion since it was built, as well as maybe one or two of their favorite recipes when they were living in the mansion.
And the proceeds from that are supporting?
I'll go to the Mansion Auxiliary.
That's wonderful. So we're rolling into political season, and that can't be easy for a political wife. How are you preparing for that season?
Well, hopefully it'll be a little easier this time than it was last time. I mean, he came out of nowhere, no one knew who he was, so we really had to get his name and his message out. And I was on the campaign trail then as well as now, and we'll just continue to do that, share the Florida turnaround story, get his message out. He'll continue to do that, and I will as well. So I'm actually excited about it. I love having the opportunity to travel all around the state and meet our wonderful and diverse population of people.
So if a Floridian came to you and said, tell me why we should give Rick Scott a second term, what would you tell them?
I would tell them just get his message out, share the Florida turnaround story. The state, the 4 years before Rick became governor, our state had lost over 832,000 jobs. He's brought in 563,000, or Florida businesses have. So he's really focused on jobs and helping companies within the state grow. Also encouraging other companies out of this to come to Florida. So,
well said. Mrs. Scott, thank you so much for being on Florida Newsmakers today, and thank you for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Michelle Ubben for Florida Newsmakers.